All right, now so let's actually go ahead and start coding. Um, we want to change the design of this whole thing right here. And in this video, I'm gonna, integrate the design, in the header, the navbar, um, the home, and the footer. All right, and in the next video, we're gonna integrate the design in the forms, the login and the register forms. All right, so the first step will be actually opening up our design. The code that I just gave you in the first video. Just go ahead and open it up in some kind of editor that you have. I have my Sublime right here, so we can actually facilitate this. All right, so the first step that I want to take is actually go to my resources. I want to go to my views where my front end files are, and I want to go to auth, and well, actually not auth. I want to go to home. Is it home or layouts? Yeah, let's go to the layouts first. So inside the layouts, we have this app.blade.php, and this is simply the template master. So when you want to create a project, you want to keep a template master like this, a template master like this, and this will simply load up the CSS and the JavaScript files right here. All right, and it will also have your navbar right here. So instead of including the navbar in every page that you have, and just create a file for it right here, and you can import this app.blade file in every blade template that you'll create. For example, if you look right here, you can see that it extends the layouts.app right here, and it starts a section right here, so you can actually load up the dynamic body. All right, so this is what we are going to be doing right here. We're going to include our JavaScript and CSS files right over here. All right, so if we go to our project, if we go to index.html, and if we go right here, you will see that we will have a couple of JavaScript or simply right here CSS files. So let me go ahead, copy this whole thing, as you can see right there. Let me go right here, let me go right under the title, let me paste like that. All right, so this is simply will come from the vendor folder right here, and this will come from the assets folder, as you can see. And of course, if you look out, if you look at our design right here, you will find them right there. So we need to also include those at our project in order to actually require those files the right way. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's see that there is actually my folder. This is my design project, my project design, sorry. Let's copy those. Let's go to the C drive. Let's go to my project right here, and I want to go to the public folder. Let me see, it's right there, and I want to paste those in right away. All right, so now they are in the public folder, so now they are easy to require. If you go to public, you will see them right here. And now what I need to go ahead to, in order to require those, I'm just going to go asset, well, not even asset, yeah, sorry, I need to go asset first, and then I can go ahead and open this up, and inside this directive, I'm just going to go ahead and paste this like that. All right, so there we go. We're gonna of course do this for the rest. So let's copy this. Let's keep pressing Alt and click on all of those like that. We're not gonna do this link because this is coming from online, and this is also coming from online. Yeah, this is the rest of the file right here. So let's paste those like that. All right, and let's also go ahead and copy this. Let's also go right here, keep pressing Alt and click on all of them, and simply paste and save like that. All right, so that's fine for now. This should actually refresh automatically, since we already have Vite right here. All right, since we have Vite running. All right, so let's go ahead and continue importing our files. So if we go right here, so we finished the part right here at the header or at the head. If we go down at the bottom, we will see that we might have a couple of files, and yeah, we have a couple of JavaScript files right here. So let me go ahead and copy this whole thing. Let's also copy this script code. So let's copy this and go down at the bottom and try and import this. So if we go right at the bottom of this, so let's paste like that. Let's also go ahead and make this dynamic. So in order to do this, we have to go asset, and what we simply are gonna do, we're gonna cut this and we're gonna simply paste it like that. All right, so I want to also copy this and I want to paste it like that. And again, we're not gonna do we're gonna do it like this, one at a time. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna go right here and keep pressing Alt, and that's if you are on VS Code. All right, and let's paste right away. Let's also copy this and go right there and let's paste like that. All right, so there we go. Let's now save this whole thing. All right, so I guess if I go right now and check if I have some kind of error, so if I go inspect right here, if I go console, all right, so as you can see, there's possibly one file that is not loading up, which is wow.js. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters that much. So let's go ahead and just try to include the header or the navbar, and let's see what's gonna go down. All right, so this is basically our dynamic navbar right here. So I'm just gonna go right here. I'm gonna simply comment this, and I'm gonna go to my index.html. Let's go right at the top. So this is, if you look right here, you will see that we are in the body, and that's fine. And this is simply the preloader. This will load up, this will give us some kind of animation when the page loads up. So we can paste it right here, or we cannot paste it, that's totally up to you. I'm just gonna leave it for now. And if I go right here, I will have my header, and this is the most important part, so I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pick this up. Let's go right there and paste. Let's simply save this whole thing right now. Let's see what's gonna go down. All right, so as you can see, there is actually our header right there. It's loading up. Nothing, there's nothing wrong about it. So let's go ahead and try and grab the footer. So if we just go down at the bottom, so there is the footer. It's pretty simple. Let's copy it. Let's go ahead right here under this div and let's paste our footer. Let's see if there is something wrong with it or not. So let's save this. All right, so as you can see, there is actually our footer right there. It's weird that it's actually at the top and it's not at the bottom right here, but that's fine. So what I want to do next, I want to simply grab the parts that we have in the navbar that are dynamic, just like this URL, for example, and I want to paste it in my new design right here. All right, so all I'm gonna do is just copy this. This is the URL part for the home, and there it is, the part that we want to paste. All right, so if we paste it like that, something else that we can also take care of, right after this, we have this button right here, and it doesn't even matter. And if we go to the UL right there, we will see guest if route has login, and this is the part that assures that if we're logged in or not. So this means that basically if we're not logged in, it's going to display the login link, and this means also if we are if we're not logged in, it's going to display the register link right here. Else, which means that if we are logged in, it's going to go ahead and it's going to display this whole thing, which is simply the username right here, and right here we will have this drop down menu which has the logout link right over here, and this form right here also is for the logout functionality. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna need and fetch this whole we're gonna copy this whole logic, and we're gonna paste it inside our own design. So I just want to copy this, and I want to go right here, so this ul nav like that. So I'm gonna go right under this, I'm gonna paste it like that. I'm gonna paste this code. So if we're not logged in, we're gonna display the login link right here, and I'm gonna go right under this, I'm gonna go and F like that. So the next step will also be validating the register, so I'm just gonna paste this like that. I'm gonna simply make this so it will be register. All right, so if we are not registered, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and F right here. So if we're not logged in, we're gonna also display this register right here. All right, and right after this, I'm gonna go else. All right, so just understand that all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to copy the logic right here so I can get the functionality of whether we are logged in or not. So basically, after, you know, this whole thing will be displayed if we're not logged in, basically. All right, but if we are logged in, else, you know, this piece of code, the UL code right here, it will be executed. So let me go right there and let me paste this like that. All right, so I guess let me go ahead right here and just end F like that, or end guest actually, not end F. All right, because we need to end this block. All right, so yeah, this is actually everything. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna comment this navbar because now we simply do not need it. So let me go right after this and let me save. So as you can see, it will refresh. As you can see right there, the login and the register links are simply gone since we are logged in. So the functionality is working perfectly. And if you look right here, you will see that we have our logout link, but there is something wrong with the text itself, you know, and that's not a big deal for me. All right, so I want to go and I want to see the class drop down, blah blah blah. Let me see, I can go right here. I can go text dash black. All right, so let me go right here, black like that, and save. All right, so if I go, as you can see right here, now I can see my link, which is the logout. I can simply log out right now. But I want to do, what I want to go ahead and do next is actually, let me see, yeah, the part for the home page right here, or simply the rest of this page. So if I go to the index page, I can see that we have a lot of, you know, a lot of this whole code, and we can simply work with. So there is the section right there, and we also need to copy this step. So we're gonna grab both of those, copy, and we're gonna go ahead. Let me see. We can go right now. The resources, we can go to views, and we can go to home.blade right here. So there is the part that we need to take care of. I'm just gonna go ahead to this whole container, comment it like that, and I'm gonna go right under it. I'm gonna paste this whole code for the home. All right, so this will be fetched dynamically right there. So again, if we look at the layouts right here, we will see this block of code, which is which, you know, in the middle of the footer and the header right here, and this basically fetches up the you know, the dynamic body. So if we go at yield content, so every time we use the word content and some of our blades file, when we start the section, that means that, you know, this is a dynamic body and this will be fetched. So if we look at the home, for example, we're using it right there, section content, so that, you know, that will signal out that we have some dynamic content right here at the body that will be fetched right away. So again, after I fetched the part for the home and I saved, as you can see, now we can actually see our own design right here. So there is simply we worked with the footer, and we worked with the home right here, the body of the home, and we worked at the header right here. All right, so this is the footer and this is the header, and, you know, the dynamic body is simply in the middle. So yeah, everything is working perfectly actually. So let me delete this. I do not need it right now. I can simply save, and I simply do not need also the navbar, so I can actually delete this right now and save this. All right, so great. If I try, go ahead and log out. All right, so as you can see, I'm logged out right now. I'm going to the welcome page after we log out. If we now click the login, as you can see, the header and the footer are being included in the login and in the register. If you go to login, for example, you can see, because we're still grabbing the layouts.blade right here, which is the template master. Since we integrate our own header right here and our own footer, they will be included dynamically right away. But the part, that's not dynamic, or the part that does not follow our design yet, is simply the part for the body, and that's simply because we did not even touch it. If you look at the body, it's still the old code like that, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fix this problem. And the same also goes for the register, right here. So in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna take care of this.